Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Friday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, it has been a week of hot, dry, and windy conditions, and I, for one, am sick of those three adjectives. But today is pretty much going to be the same as what we've been seeing all week long. That red flag warning, it's been extended once again, folks, as we're seeing that fire weather warnings hit critical conditions. Of course, we're seeing fires spreading and starting all across western Colorado right now. We are approaching 100 degrees, if not outright hitting it for different parts of the valley for today here. And of course, we have a quick look at your weekend forecast as well coming up in this full weather forecast. But first things first, let's start off with that bus stop forecast. Getting those kiddos out the door to 73 degrees, relatively warm start to the day here at 8 a.m. Little bit of extra wind speeds, but take a look at this, folks. By the time we're getting into the evening, well, it's expected to really pick up. 22 mile-an-hour wind speeds and 99 degrees expected for that 3 p.m. hour. So expect pickup to feel a lot like, remember when you were in school and there was that one slide that was just always incredibly hot to the touch? I want you to imagine that you are you and the slide is everything around you, because that's essentially what we're seeing for today is just incredibly hot conditions and even some very fast wind speeds to boot. Right now we're waking up to 74 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose seeing some nice temperatures with Paonia. Nucla and Delta on either side of those mid-60s here. Gunnison seeing 44 degrees and Moab over there seeing very similar conditions to Glade Park at 76 degrees. About a 30-degree difference just between these two locations on the western slope to kick off the day. Now we're going to be seeing those 90s, of course, for the entirety of our afternoon, but we can actually expect it a little bit before 11 a.m. here. So it doesn't actually even start in the afternoon. Our morning hours are being inundated with that 90s as well. And then we're starting to hit those upper 90s closer to that 2 p.m. hour. And then pushing on into the rest of the afternoon as well. A little bit of cloud coverage starting to push in for most of the day here, but we'll be seeing some clearing up in the midday at the very least. Now for that dog walking forecast, we've had Jake hanging out with us here all week long, and let me tell you, it has been an absolute blast. This guy is a hoot, but we're seeing some beautiful conditions for the morning hours. Those upper 60s at 7 a.m., well, they're turning into 80 degrees by 9 o'clock, and like we mentioned, that wind speed, folks, that's definitely going to be something that you're feeling picking up throughout the day. So by the afternoon, we'll be seeing close to 20 mile-an-hour breezes as well as those upper 90s. So I would maybe get a bit of an earlier start on your dog walking for today, especially with that wind kicking up those allergens. Grasses and mold still going to be a concern, but weeds, that's the main concern for your allergies here today as it sits in the moderate category. Let's talk about this red flag warning though, folks. We're seeing that fire weather warning being extended once again now until tomorrow evening, and it's covering most of western Colorado right now. Of course, our main concern is up at northwest Colorado as 4 different fires are burning, and we'll have a bit more of a detailed look at your fire watch forecast later on in the show. But we're seeing that heat potential down near the desert southwest in this high pressure system finally start to break down as we head into the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, folks, we can expect some possible storms for the front range. Not really expecting to see any of that here though. We'll be seeing those mid 90s and then kind of starting to break down into a bit of a cooling trend as we head into Sunday with a little bit of that cloud cover. Now let's think about the entirety of the week as we look ahead to that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast. We're seeing 99 degrees, and then of course, like we were mentioning, it's starting to break down pretty quickly here for Grand Junction over the course of the next several days. Montrose slightly cooler, seeing those lower 90s and then turning into mid 80s, which feels like it's been a while since we've seen some temperatures like that. So shaping up to be a great weekend.